It's the Two Please Vlogoween.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. This is another video in the Vlogoween series that we're currently doing. Don't know what order these are going up in, but I hope you're enjoying them so far. So this video is actually an old tag video that we found on YouTube. It was, well, I saw the version that was done by Helena and Martyn. I'll leave their channel down below, and it's the spooky Halloween tag. So it's questions all about Halloween things, not Disney related at all. So yeah, we're going to crack on and going to answer some questions.
Oh yeah.
Number one, Tom. Favourite horror or Halloween themed song?
Favorite? Oh, it's got to be. Oh no, but then there's two. There's two. There's two, and they're both from the same film.
Oh.
You've got Cry Little Sister.
Thou shalt
And then-
not fall. Name that song if you know what it is.
And then you've got Tim Capello. I Still Believe.
Do you want to tell people what these songs are?
Well, they're both from the Lost Boys.
Lost Boys.
You've got Sexy Saxman.
Oh my god! If you've never seen the Lost Boys, I mean, A,
Watch
what are you
it this
doing?
Halloween.
B, watch it on Halloween, and C, even if you don't want to watch it, YouTube search for Tim Capello, I Still Believe. Or is it just called Still Believe?
It'll come up.
It's incredible. Best thing you'll ever see. So that's yours.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that mine's going to be... I do love the Ghostbusters theme tune. No, I think mine's going to be, is it called Come Little Children from Hocus Pocus?
Oh,
Come little
yeah.
children,
I didn't know where you were going then.
the way. And I also love This is Halloween, 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 and The Night Before Christmas. Okay. Number two, name something that you wouldn't want to run into in a dark forest or in an abandoned building. Crazy X-Men.
Murderer. Yeah.
Other than that, think about like creatures and stuff.
Creatures. Well,
What do you think is like the scariest creature from a film?
well, are we looking at like classic Universal monsters like
Anything,
the
yeah?
Wolfman, etc.? Well, I mean, obviously, if I ran into anything like a predator or an alien,
Oh yeah, I
From
wasn't even
Alien.
thinking about that.
then you know that's me done.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that Dracula's really scary.
Yeah.
I think if you look at like Creature from the Black Lagoon, Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, I think Dracula's the scariest.
And the Wolfman. Don't forget Wolfie.
And the Wolfman. But Wolfman's like, he's got a bit of dog in him, hasn't he?
No.
So that doesn't scare me as much. I think vampires are terrifying.
Well, it's the whole thing that he seduces you.
Mm-hmm.
He takes over your mind. Basically.
Scary. If you're talking about like non-creaturey things, I wouldn't want to run into any sort of snake or crazy reptilian crocodilian.
Yeah. Or a honey badger.
Honey badger.
Oh, they're very aggressive.
Okay. Okay. Number three. Have you ever played with a Ouija board?
No.
No, and I wouldn't ever.
I would, purely because it's got the Hasbro logo on it. That makes it a bit...
But you also don't believe in spirits and afterlife, do you?
No, but it is interesting how the Ouija board works. But that's...
See, I do believe in that, but I wouldn't, so I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't even chance it. Number four. Favourite horror monster or villain? So should we do horror monster and villain?
Yeah.
Because they're two very different things. Horror monster. Can I say Dracula for that?
Yeah?
Yeah, he's a monster,
Or
right?
vampires in general.
Yeah, vampire.
Vampires are cool. Horror. I mean, I feel like it's got to be something classic like that. That's what makes me think of Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I could say Alien, but Alien doesn't remind me of Halloween.
No.
Things like Dracula and Lost Boys do. So yeah, vampire.
Vampire. And then what about favourite villain? Yeah, I think Leatherface is horrendous. Leatherface is by far, for me, the scariest
Yeah.
horror movie person. I find him scarier than Freddy or Jason or any of them.
Yeah, Freddy's not really that scary. He's a bit more camp. But Leatherface is just horrible.
Yeah, Texas Chainsaw is horrendous. What about yours?
I mean, one that would make me the most scared would be probably Jack from The Shining.
Oh god, yeah. Well, he's just a crazy murderer,
Yeah,
isn't he?
that's
I used
scary.
to be terrified of Samara from The Ring.
Yeah, I mean everyone did at that time, didn't they?
You were
You
scared.
get the phone call.
You were scared of thingy, weren't you? From in Signs.
Oh, when the alien comes out of the bush. I had to sleep on my parents' floor, and I was like a teenager, and they were like, "What are you doing?"
I think there's a question about that later on.
Oh, it was awful.
Okay, next question. What is the creepiest thing that's ever happened to you while you were alone?
I mean, I'm not very good with any sort of noise around the house.
No, I'm scared of the dark as well, so that doesn't really help me.
I mean,
in terms of like actual creepy things, I've been followed home before, which is obviously scary.
I remember once being on holiday in the dark and seeing a torch approach me, and I thought that was terrifying. But then it was just like a friendly guy going back to wherever he was going.
It wasn't scary, but the other day, like literally not last night, but the night before, someone tried to get in our front door because they were trying to open the wrong house, and I was like, oh my god, this is the moment, the intruder moment that everyone's been worried about.
I like how you didn't call for me though. You just thought you'd deal with it. Yeah,
I just dealt with it. Brave, aren't I? Fight or flight, I guess. Right, if you were dared to spend the night in a haunted house, would you do it?
Yeah.
Well, you don't believe in haunted houses?
Yeah, but it would definitely perk up my suspicion. I think if you're put in that scenario, you're going to look for things. And chances are, if you're going to look for things, your mind's going to make things.
I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't. I point blank wouldn't do it. It's not to say that I wouldn't like sleep somewhere, like if you go to like an old hotel like or something.
A castle.
That might be haunted. Then obviously I would, like if it was a wedding or something.
Oh.
But I wouldn't choose to like go and stay somewhere that was like, when you get like haunted house experiences. I wouldn't do that, no. Number 7, are you superstitious?
No.
No, I'm not really. No. I was born on the 13th, so.
Well, I learned something interesting about this the other day. I won't call about too much, but do you know in Italy it's the 17th?
Oh really?
It's scary.
Why?
Well, 13th, they don't care about that, but the 17th is like people don't fly on the 17th. And
really? Of every month? Or Friday the 17th?
Yeah, like it's just something they don't do.
How strange.
So if you want to fly to Italy, book it on the 17th.
Yeah, the flights will be quieter. Oh well, I'm not that superstitious. I wouldn't walk under a ladder, but it's not because I'm superstitious, I just wouldn't walk under a ladder.
I just wouldn't want to knock the guy off the ladder.
Yeah, but like things, I suppose I like salute magpies and things like that, I would touch wood. But I don't really think it's going to do anything.
I'll give it a...
Helena, in the video that I watched of them answering the questions, she doesn't walk across 3 drains and stuff. That doesn't bother me. But I do like touch wood for luck.
Yeah, you do touch wood all the time and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Do you ever see figures in your peripheral vision? No.
I see one right now.
No, is the answer to my question. You?
Only if there's someone there.
No, is the answer.
Or, you might have like a coat hung up or something in it's dark. I've had that before where I thought I saw someone and turned around and it's just a coat or something.
Yeah, I suppose.
But no.
Which urban legend scares you the most?
The one that always stuck with me, and I don't know if this is an urban legend or it's just a ghost story I heard as a kid, but it was about...
Not about Bloody Mary.
No, it was this clown that knocked on your window.
Oh yeah.
And then...
well, I'm sure that they had these scary clown things a couple of years ago. Was the thing on the news, wasn't it?
That was just to promote it, though, I reckon.
Oh, was it?
I reckon that was a viral campaign to promote it.
Ah, right, okay.
But, yeah, it used to terrify the life out of me because I got told it and then people would come and knock on my window and stuff.
Oh, God, I didn't know anything about this.
Yeah, and it was awful.
Are you scared of clowns?
They're not pleasant, are they? The best of times.
Okay.
But it was a clown that, ate you. So, it was a bit like it, really. But
urban legend that scares me the most?
I mean, you wouldn't do Bloody Mary, would you?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do anything like that. And I wouldn't do things like Ouija boards. No. I wouldn't take the risk. Number 10. Do you prefer gore or thrillers?
Thriller, definitely.
Same.
Gore has...
I find gore less scary, though.
Yeah. Gore has a place if it's like... B-movie cheap gore, that can be quite funny if it's ridiculous. Like
Evil Dead.
Yeah, but generally for horror, I want a thriller, I want more psychological.
Yeah, but then they're scarier, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Do you believe in multiple dimensions or worlds?
It's a possibility. I don't necessarily give much thought to it or believe it, but I guess there could be another dimension somewhere where there's I'm wearing that dress.
That's what Helena and Martyn said.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows? I don't know, maybe. Next question. Have you ever made a potion?
Yep, 100%. Used to make potions as a kid all the time.
Yeah, same.
Leaves, berries, shampoo, toothpaste, I'd put it all in.
I think mine was just water, and then I used to pick flowers out of the garden and put them.
Oh, I did that for me.
And then that was also me making perfume.
Yeah, I made perfumes for my mum. I'm sure she loved it.
Just rose and some water. Next question. Do you get scared easily? Yes, I do.
So,
very much so.
I would say I can do, but it's more like
worry,
pure adrenaline, like survival. Like if I hear a noise in the house, it instantly clicks into that mechanism of like.
But also, if you hear a noise in the house, you immediately think that someone's trying to come in and murder us every time.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't feel that scared in that way. I feel more like unjustified, silly scares. Like I'm scared of the dark, and also like if I'm in a swimming pool, I'm scared that there's a shark in it, which it comes from childhood, I think. I'm just I suppose I'm quite a scared person. But then I'll go on scary rides and they won't bother me.
I mean, you're more likely to see sea monkeys in the swimming pool than the shark, I think.
I know, but
you notice a shark.
Deep water freaks me out. Okay, next question. Have you ever played Bloody Mary? No, would never do it.
I don't think I have, no.
No.
Do you have to say it into a mirror?
Yeah, 3 times.
Does a camera count?
No, please don't do it. Don't, because it'll just upset me. Next question. Do you believe in demons / the devil?
No.
Do you not believe people could get possessed?
No. I think that there's a whole lot of sort of things to do with mental illness and psychopathy that could lead to people that didn't have the medical background back in the day to think that someone was possessed. I mean, if you look at things like Tourette's, even you saw a guy spouting off stuff through Tourette's, you could think, oh, he's possessed by the devil, he's talking in tongues. There's all sorts. I mean, epilepsy. I don't think so. Yeah,
when you say it like that, I agree. Okay, next question. You're home alone, but you hear footsteps in the house. What do you do?
Cower. No.
You don't? You go after it?
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I mean, let's face it, most people breaking your house just want your TV. You should never go and fight them or anything, but no.
Every time you go
Every time I stupidly go and have a look. I'll be the first to die in a film, I think.
Actually, I don't go and have a look. I would just probably sit and wait and see if I could hear anything and then call the police or whatever.
If I was on my own, I think I would listen. Make sure I have some way to defend myself. Call the police. Hang tight.
Next question. If you got trapped in one scary movie, which would you choose? And it's got to be a scary movie. It can't be like...
Does The Lost Boys count?
Yeah.
Because I would live for that.
Would you be a vampire? That's fine.
I don't need to be a vampire. I just want to be on the boardwalk.
But then you'd be at the risk of getting killed.
At least it'd be cool. Listen to Tim.
One scary movie.
Dancing.
One scary movie. What would I choose? Can I count Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters was quite scary as a kid.
I thought it was
when they were in the library and that.
Maybe it's Ghostbusters because I feel like I would just call Ghostbusters.
That's pretty handy, isn't
it? If you could only wear one Halloween costume for the rest of your life, what would you choose? What's the best costume you've ever had?
Best costume I ever had was a Dracula one that my mum made me.
Really?
With a proper like silk cape and everything, a red waistcoat.
Really?
My
mum made me a rubbish costume.
I love class.
I was just a bin bag.
Bin bag witch, classic. No, if I could wear one for the rest of my life, that's a really good costume. I mean,
I think going for something like a classic monster is never really going to go out of fashion.
No.
So yeah, I'll probably go as a vampire. Or like a zombie.
Yeah, mummy.
I wouldn't go as a mummy because I feel like, you'd be kind of... You wouldn't be able to move properly. I'd go as a vampire. Would you ever go to a graveyard at night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd be a bit on edge because it's a naturally creepy place. But
it's not really. People are just laid to rest there.
I'd be more scared of running into like chavs or something. People knocking graves over and drinking and that.
I mean, that doesn't actually happen,
Maybe it's not where you're from. I'm from the streets.
Yeah, I would go to a graveyard at night. I don't think that would bother me that much. In a zombie apocalypse, what is your weapon of choice? Now we've talked about this before. I think mine would be a crossbow. I think like Daryl style from The Walking Dead. Or if you could get your hands on one, I would have like a massive big samurai sword like Michonne. But then I think I'd rather have a crossbow because then I don't have to get as close to the zombies. What would yours be?
Something blunt. Yeah.
Like what?
Oh, like a club. Something that's not going to get stuck.
Like a baseball bat.
I thought about this too much. Yeah. Something that you can...
Would you wrap it in barbed wire?
Well, it depends.
Give it a name.
It depends. I mean, I'm assuming blood force trauma would be enough to take out the brain of a zombie.
What if there were like zombies that could run?
Oh, well, I'm dead. It doesn't matter. It's not... I mean, Christ, I get out of breath going up the stairs. If there's a zombie like Usain Bolt going after you...
What's that film where they can run?
28 Days Later.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll be done.
Would you rather go to a Halloween party or go trick-or-treating?
Halloween party.
Same. You're in a horror movie. Are you the final one standing, first to die, the comic relief, the skeptic, the smart one, or the killer?
I mean, I'd like to think I'd be quite smart in a horror film, but...
I think I'd be the first to die.
I don't know. Who knows?
I wouldn't be the killer.
No.
Although playing a villain would be good if you were as an actor.
If it's a movie, because it says horror movie, but is it a horror?
Are you
is it real life?
Yeah.
Or is it?
Are you making a movie? Or you
if I'm making a movie, that's different.
If I was making a movie, I would want to be the killer.
Yeah, or the comic relief.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Do you have to watch something happy after watching a horror movie, or can you just go to sleep?
I wouldn't say I have to watch something happy after a horror movie, no. I would say...
I couldn't watch a horror movie to relax.
No.
You know, like how some people can just watch them and then it doesn't bother them. It definitely like leaves a feeling when I watch something scary.
If it's something affected me, yeah.
But to be fair, more than just watching something happy afterwards, I just talk it out. Just have a chat and then I'm alright.
Like a dark documentary would be more different if I saw something grim.
I think it depends on the film. Like we watched Us recently, and that, for whatever reason, I know it's not even that scary, but that really like resonated with me and it just creeped me out. Like that, what was it called? Annihilation. It's not even a scary film, that one on Netflix, but
scared you.
It freaked me out. Like I couldn't settle afterwards at all. So I think it just depends on the film, but usually I don't have to watch something happy, I just need to have a chat and put the lights on. Okay, next question. Whilst watching scary movies, are you the person who yells at the characters, has their eyes covered the whole time, or falls asleep?
Definitely yells.
Yells.
That's one of my biggest gripes with horror. I mean, if it's done camply, it's okay, but people making stupid decisions annoys the end of me. It's like... horror shouldn't be just done like that.
Like, why are you going in that room without the light on? Put a light on!
Well, decided to go and walk in the woods on my own.
Yeah. See, I'm the person that covers their eyes. Tom can vouch for me there. Are you the one who gets scared or the one that does the scaring? I'm the one that gets scared.
Does the scaring? In what way?
Like, do we try and make each other jump?
Very rarely. I think we've done it once or twice, but very rarely.
I think you're the one that gets scared, as well as me.
Excuse me?
Number 26. Favourite scary book?
I don't really read horror that much.
You're reading a zombie book at the minute.
I know, I was just about to say, like, I've just bought World War Z, Doctor Sleep, and Dracula. So that might be a change. I might start really getting into horror, but generally I read more sort of sci-fi fantasy. I
want to read The Haunting of Hill House as well, the Shirley Jackson novel. Favourite scary book? I don't think I've read many.
The Witches?
I mean, that's terrifying, to be fair. Yeah, Roald Dahl. Oh, it's another book that we just bought recently. I've bought Tom the Roald Dahl short stories for adults, which are meant to be absolutely terrifying.
Let's see.
Oh, I suppose the scariest book I've ever read, I wouldn't necessarily... I mean, I suppose I would recommend it, was Day of the Triffids, which is about... It's kind of like apocalyptic where plants take over. That's quite scary. How old were you when you first saw your first horror movie?
Oh God, far too young than I should have been.
Who showed you it? See, my own mother showed me.
I probably watched it with my brother. I remember seeing The Exorcist as a kid.
Oh, I didn't see that until I was
all sorts of things I really should have seen.
Do you remember what it was, your first horror movie?
I don't know.
My first horror movie that I saw, I don't know if it's actually classed as a horror, was Sleepy Hollow. It was on TV. My mum sat me down and we watched it together, and I think it was when it came out pretty much. Yeah. So I was under 10. What was your first Halloween costume? Or at least one that you remember?
First one I remember was that Dracula one. Other than that, I mean, I've done all the bin bags and...
The first one
naff masks from the supermarket last minute.
The first one I can remember is my mum gave me a black bed sheet, safety pinned it like so I had a hood, and gave me like a lantern and told me that I was the Black Widow. I thought it was great. And then we went on a walk and ghost tour of the River Tyne.
Oh.
Which actually was really fun. I did a few of
them as a kid and I was terrified.
Yeah. I was actually more scared about the fact that I was near the river than anything else. Okay, where were we up to? Oh, Halloween costume. Number 29, what are you going to be for Halloween this year?
I mean, we haven't got any plans this year,
no,
so...
we're not doing anything this year. Yeah, not doing anything this year. And last question is, if you could have a spooky Halloween pet, which would you pick? Cat, owl, bat, rat, wolf, frog, I suppose. Wolf.
Wolf's cool.
Yeah, I would never have a bat. Or a rat.
I mean, cat's fine as well, but wolf.
But I could have a cat anytime.
Like a dog.
Yeah. I would have a wolf.
If it was a ghost cat, that might be different. Or a ghost dog.
Like Zero.
Yeah. That'd be good.
I would pick a wolf, definitely. So that was all of the questions. I really enjoyed that. It was good.
Yeah, it was a good one.
So yeah, if you want to answer any of these questions, then go ahead and keep an eye out for more content coming this week, leading up to Halloween. And thank you very much for watching.
Keep being spooky.
Bye.
Bye.